So, another day, another DM on Instagram, this time Christian fundamentalist talking about how science is a result of Christianity. So, let's watch the video.
Realise that a scientist can't believe in God, right? Oh, sure. Well, apart from Francis Bacon, the founder of the scientific method. He was a devout Christian. Well, yeah. And Johannes Kepler, who discovered the laws of planetary motion. Really? And so were Boyle, Newton and Pascal, actually. Well, maybe there were a few. Actually, that was just the 17th century. Then you've got Leibniz, Lavoisier, Linnaeus in the 18th, Faraday, Maxwell, Pasteur in the 19th. Alright, but they were all in the past. Nowadays...
Okay, I'm gonna get to what he's saying in a bit, but one important thing that happened in the 1850s is Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species. The book got released, got published, and until that point we didn't really have an answer to the question of, hey, where did all this diversity and all these things we see, could it have come some other way than some complex, intelligent design and creation? Could it have come up through any other means? And the answer to that question was given in that book On the Origin of Species, where Charles Darwin explained that a simple biological process that takes place over millions of years can lead to extreme complexity and diversity in all these things. So before this book was published, before we had an answer to the question of creation, it made sense for people to believe in a creator. Atheism was never mainstream until this book. And after this point, after the publishing of that book, or after it came into the mainstream, so maybe a few more decades after that, you can safely say by the end of the 1800s, the amount of scientists that are Christian became very few and far between. So the ones he's gonna name after the 19th century are gonna be, very few handfuls of scientists that probably had a very Christian upbringing, and they were all probably indoctrinated into believing the gospels that Christians believe in. Yeah, they probably went into science fields but kept holding on to their faith. But the few that he's gonna name who are scientists from the 20th century are all people you've never heard of, no one significant, or very prominent people who are fundamentalist Christians.
Right, but they were all in the past. Nowadays, scientists don't believe in God. Well, apart from people like astrophysicist George Ellis, AI pioneer Rosalind Picard, geneticist Francis Collins, who sequenced the entire human genome. What? They're all Christians? Yes, them and many more besides. In fact, belief in a creator who endowed an intelligible universe with order is what got the scientific revolution started. There's no conflict between science and faith. Follow me for more Thinking Faith and get my audiobook free in my bio.
There is no conflict between science and religion. Quite the opposite, my friend. So the problem with models in religion is that they're usually unfalsifiable, and falsifiability is the criteria with which you determine whether something is scientific or not. Yeah, that's the conflict. You cannot have these models as scientific models. That is the conflict between science and religion. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.